Hi, teacher. I've been practicing my English, but I still have trouble with pronunciation. Hello, Sam. You're having trouble with pronunciation. Um, what do you mean? I want to sound more like a native speaker, but it feels so hard. Do you have any tips that could help me? Sure, pronunciation is a common challenge, but with the right techniques, you can improve a lot. One of the first things to focus on is mastering the sounds that don't exist in your native language. For example, in English, we have the TH sound, like in think or this. Many learners find it difficult, but with practice, you can nail it. I am sure. Oh, yes, I always struggle with the TH sound. How can I practice it better? Here's a simple hack. When making the TH sound, place your tongue between your teeth and blow air out gently. If it feels awkward at first, don't worry, it's normal. You can practice by repeating words like thank and thank you slowly, and then try using them in sentences. Over time, it will become natural. You can say, I think this is good. Thank you so much. Thanks. For example, using these sounds in real examples is the best way to practice and sound like a native speaker. Wow, that's interesting. I'll try that. What else can I do to sound more like a native speaker? Another great hack is focusing on word stress. In English, certain syllables in words are stressed, and this changes the way our word sounds. For example, take the word record. When you stress the first syllable, it becomes a noun, record. But if you stress the second syllable, it's a verb, record. Native speakers naturally do this, and it makes your speech sound more fluent and natural. A good exercise is to listen to how native speakers pronounce longer words and try to copy the stress patterns. Shadowing, of course, is one of the best methods. That's really interesting. I didn't know stress was so important. How do I practice word stress? A good way to practice is by listening to native speakers, especially in podcasts or videos. Pay attention to where they put the stress in different words and sentences. Then repeat what they say, trying to match the stress exactly. You can also use online dictionaries that show the stressed syllables with a little mark. They are really helpful. What you have to do is try reading out loud and emphasizing the stressed syllables. It will help your rhythm and intonation too, which is key for sounding more natural. That's a cool tip. I'll start paying more attention to that. What about linking words? I've heard natives speak so fast. It's hard to understand because they link everything together. Exactly. That's called connected speech. Native speakers often blend their words together. For example, instead of saying, I am going to, they'll say, I'm gonna. Or instead of did you, they'll say, did ya. It's all about making speech flow faster and smoother. So, a good hack is to practice speaking in chunks, not word by word. Try to mimic the way native speakers link their words together. It makes your speech more fluid and natural. Oh, that's why they speak so fast. I always thought I was missing something. How do I get better at connected speech? A good exercise is shadowing. Find a short clip of a native speaker talking. Something not too fast at first. Play it and then try to speak along with them, imitating how they link their words. You'll notice that it feels more natural the more you practice. You don't have to rush. Start slow, and as you get comfortable, increase your speed. Remember, connected speech is all about the smoothness, not speed. Don't forget that. Wow, this makes so much sense now. What else should I work on to improve my pronunciation? Well, another important aspect of sounding like a native is intonation. Intonation is the rise and fall of your voice when you speak. Native speakers use it to show emotions, ask questions, or emphasize certain words. For example, if you ask a yes no question like, are you coming? Your voice will usually rise at the end. But if you say something with confidence like, I'm sure he's coming, your voice tends to fall at the end. Intonation makes your speech more expressive and helps convey meaning beyond just the words. I always focus on the words, but not really on how my voice sounds. How do I practice intonation? Well, a great way to practice is by watching English movies or TV shows. Pay attention to how actors' voices rise and fall. Try repeating some of their lines, matching their tone and expression. You can even exaggerate your intonation at first. This helps you get used to the patterns. Another trick is reading aloud with intonation. Choose a short text and read it with different emotions: excitement, sadness, curiosity. It will help you control your tone and make your speech sound more dynamic, just like a native speaker. That sounds fun. I guess I need to sound more expressive when I speak English. I've been too focused on the pronunciation and not enough in the emotion. Now I know that. Exactly. English is not just about getting the words right, it's about expressing yourself. Which brings me to the next hack: reducing your accent by imitating native speakers. Now, I'm not saying you need to lose your accent completely. Of course not. Accents are a beautiful part of your identity. But if you want to sound more like a native, imitating their pronunciation can help. Find a native speaker whose accent you like. Whether it's British, American, or Australian, and try to copy their speech patterns. Pay attention to how they pronounce certain vowels and consonants and try to match it. I've always liked the American accent. I'll try to imitate some native speakers I watch on YouTube. But sometimes I feel awkward trying to copy someone exactly. Don't worry, it feels awkward for everyone at first. It's like learning to sing a song. You listen to the singer, practice their style, and eventually make it your own. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel. And here's a trick to make it easier. Record yourself speaking. Then listen to how you sound compared to the native speaker. It's a little strange to hear your own voice at first, but it's an excellent way to improve. You'll start noticing small areas where you can adjust your pronunciation or intonation. Yeah, I have heard that before, but what should I focus on when listening to the recordings? Focus on the differences in how you pronounce certain sounds, like the R sound, which can be tricky. In American English, the R is pronounced strongly, with the tongue curled slightly back. For example, in words like red or car, you can really hear the R sound. In some other accents, the R is much softer or even silent, so pay close attention to how native speakers handle these tricky sounds and practice copying them. That's really helpful. The R sound has always confused me. I'll definitely start recording myself. Do you have any other tips for sounding more natural when speaking English? Yes, another great hack is using contractions more often. Native speakers use contractions like am, your, their all the time in casual conversations. Instead of saying I am going to the store, a native speaker could say I'm going to the store. It might sound small, but using contractions makes your speech flow better and sound more natural. It's a quick and easy way to sound more like a native speaker. Oh, look at the time. I think I've been avoiding contractions because I thought it made my English sound less formal. Contractions don't make your English less formal. They just make it more natural in everyday conversations. Now, I would like to help you with more tips on how to improve your pronunciation, but I have to teach a class. But if you want another video, please let us know. Like, share, and comment. Thank you so much. I hope you liked this conversation. If you could improve your English a little more, please subscribe to the channel and share this video with a friend. And if you want to support this channel, you can join us or click on the Super Thanks button.
Thank you very much for your support. Take care.